There is a reason many believers stay stuck financially, and it is not because God has limited you. It is because your model is limited. You were taught to work harder and you were taught to save more. You were taught to start something from zero. But the kingdom doesn't operate on survival, it operates on multiplication. In Genesis 1:28, God said, "Be fruitful and multiply and subdue the earth." Multiply means something that already exists and you're multiplying it. You're not called to create everything from nothing. You are called to steward what already exists. And let me say this clearly, you don't build wealth by starting from zero, you build wealth by multiplying what already works. Now, let me give you real data so you understand the scale of this. In the United States today, there are over 36 millions of small businesses. That is 99.9% of all businesses in the country. They employ about 46% of private workforce. Now, here is the most important part. Around 84% of them have no employees, just the owner. That means millions of businesses today in US are small, under-optimized, often owner-dependent, and many are for sale or will be. And here is another reality that would shock you. There are about 10,000 people retiring every single day in the US. Many of them own businesses, and most of those businesses will never sell. They will shut down. And that is not lack of opportunity, that is a transfer of opportunity to you, my viewers. There is something called the Lindy effect. The Lindy effect says that the longer something existed, the more likely it is to continue existing. So a business that has been running for 10 years is far more stable than a brand new startup idea. Starting from scratch is not always faith. Sometimes it is just unnecessary risk for yourself. Warren Buffett said, "Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing." Naval Ravikant, who's famous for his one-liners, said, "Seek wealth, not money or status. Wealth is assets that earn while you sleep." So let's get into it today. Not theory, actual ways people are acquiring businesses in 2026. Option 1, cash purchase. This first option is buying a business with your own money, straight up. No loans required, no partners required, most importantly, no structure required to begin with, just cash. If you have capital, this is the fastest way to close deals. You can negotiate better terms, you can move quickly, you don't depend on anyone else, but there is a trade-off. And the trade-off is you take all the risk, your capital is locked, you cannot scale fast. So yes, it's simple, but it is not how most wealth is built. That brings me to option 2, SBA loan or bank financing. This second option is where most first-time buyers start. This includes your SBA 7A loans, SBA 504 loans, traditional bank loans. And let's break down SBA 7A because this is the main one and most of the people opt for. You can borrow up to around $5 million. Typically, you put down around 10%. The government guarantees most of the loan. Repayment terms often go up to 10 years. And what does that mean for you? That means you can buy $1 million business with around $100,000 down. Understand what is happening here. You're not using your own money fully. You are using a system that was designed to help people acquire businesses. But this comes with heavy responsibility. If the business fails, you are still responsible for paying off the loan. So this is leverage for you in a way, and leverage works both ways. That brings me to option 3, outside capital or investors. The third option is bringing in outside capital. This includes angel investors, high net worth individuals, family offices, partners. You find the deal, bootstrapping. They bring the money, and in return, they get equity or structured returns. This is how a lot of bigger deals happen, because you don't need to be rich. You need to be resourceful, credible, able to execute, and most importantly, you need to understand the danger associated with that, which is if you don't understand the deal structure, you will give away too much of ownership too early. So this is powerful, but it requires intelligence at your end. That brings me to option 4, seller financing. This is one of the most important ones, and one of the most common that people are using in 2026. Seller financing means the owner of the business allows you to pay them over time. Instead of paying everything upfront, you are going to pay parts of it monthly, quarterly, or over several years. And here is the key. You are often using the business's own cash flow to pay the seller off. So the business helps pay for itself. Why would someone agree to these terms, by the way? You would ask that as a new owner. Because they want income over time. They want tax advantages. They actually want to sell. Most small businesses don't sell easily. So flexibility creates opportunity. That brings me to option 5, earn-out structures. What is earn-out structures anyway? We are gonna go a level deeper here to understand the earn-out structure. This is where part of the deal is based on your future performance. Allow me to give you an example. You agree to buy a business for 1 million, but instead of paying all upfront, you pay part now. You pay the rest based on your growth. If the business performs well, the seller gets more. If it doesn't, you are protected. Either way. This aligns with incentives and reduces your downside, which is a great thing. That brings me to option 6, asset-based lending. This is more advanced, but very real. This is where lenders give you money based on the assets of the businesses. You are going to be given some money, things like account receivable, inventory, equipments. So instead of relying on your own money, you borrow against what already exists. This is how businesses are scaling. They don't just use effort, they use assets. That brings me to option 5, ROBS, 401k rollover. This is another real structure. ROBS stands for rollover for business startup. If you have 401k, you can sell it to a business structure. That structure acquires businesses. No early withdrawal penalty. This is very legal, but it must be done correctly. You would need professionals involved, and you will need your finances calculated beforehand as more risk involved. This is not guesswork. Now let's do a reality check. Now let's make all of this very clear. Buying a business is not passive. You are stepping into something very crucial that is involving people, problems, operations. And if the business is messy, you are going to inherit the mess that is associated with it. If the business is strong, you're going to inherit the strength that comes with it. Cash flow comes with responsibility. This is not buy and relax. This is acquire and lead. Everything has its own risk. In Matthew 25, the parable of the talents, Jesus gave examples of one multiplied and received more, one stayed the same and stayed stuck, one hid and lost everything. The point is, multiplication is always rewarded. So if you have been asking, why am I not increasing? The answer may be not more effort. Maybe the answer is follow a different model. Think like an owner. You don't need more hustle in your life. You need better structure that actually converts and give you the ROI. Wealth is built on systems, not salary. Stop trying to build everything and start multiplying something that has already been built. If it produces cash flow, it deserves your attention. Now you must be thinking, what makes me qualified to talk about it? I have worked in FANG level global environments, Facebook, Amazon, high scale systems. I understand systems and scale and structure. And what I am showing you is this: it's about owning what really earns the value. There are millions of businesses in United States that's already operating at scale and is requiring your multiplication strategy. Most small, most under optimized, and many are up for sale in 2026. The opportunity is not missing. Most importantly, the model is missing in this day and age. So the question is simple for my viewers: what are you going to do with it?